Once you've identified which color scheme it is that you want to use for your final logo, what you're going to do is duplicate that artboard. Make any other refinements and adjustments you want to make to it. So, for example, I experimented more with doing some gradients and different things like that. Not absolutely required. This was just a rough draft on this one. But we'll assume that it's beautiful and it's gorgeous and you're totally happy with it. There's no other adjustments you want to make. And what you're going to do is this. You are going to highlight over the whole thing and you're going to copy it. You're going to create a new document. So I just went to File and New. And let's go ahead and make this a letter size document. So go ahead and do Print Letter. If yours is taller than it is long, then go ahead and do Portrait. If yours is longer than it is tall, go ahead and do Landscape. And what you're going to do is you're going to paste it, and you're going to make it fill up as much of the page as possible. One other thing that I want you to do with this, actually I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, is I want to see a small version of it as well. So make one significantly smaller and fit it somewhere in the document. So you'll have something, and it will vary depending on yours. Going to do something like that. So we're going to see, what does it look like large? What does it look like small? And then you're going to duplicate your small version. So I'm just highlighting it, holding down my Option or Alt key, dragging it over. And now we're going to convert this to black and white. And the way we're going to do that is come over here to Edit and go to Edit Colors and choose Convert to Grayscale. What that does is that changes all of the colors that were there, but it leaves any of the effects, anything else you did to it, alone. The reason you're converting it into grayscale is you want to see, is it still recognizable when it's in just black and white? This is a great way to check to see if your colors are actually working or not. So you can see if you have good contrast. All right, once you have that done, you are going to do two things. You are first off going to save this. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to call this Final Logo. I'm going to save it as an Illustrator file. I'm going to save. I'm going to click OK. And then you're going to export as, and you're going to export this as a JPEG. Can still be called Final Logo. Just make sure you know where it's going. I made a folder called Monogram Logo Work just so that I'd remember. And I'm going to click on the checkbox Artboards. And I'm going to hit Export. With this, I'm going to switch it to RGB. I'm going to make sure that it's at 10. And I'm going to change the resolution to 150 pixels per inch. That's medium quality. And I'll click OK. And now, what should be showing up in that folder is I have the Final Logo Illustrator file, that's the AI, and I have the Final Logo JPEG right there. And you are going to turn in, by Sunday night, you are going to turn in both the JPEG and the Illustrator version.